Okay, so this is story number 1. Stories for the time of Corona or COVID.
COVID-19.
COVID, there you go, dyslexic slip there. COVID-19. Stories for the time of COVID-19. First story I'd like to tell you is the story of, what story shall I tell you? Teaching. A lot of people home teaching at the moment. And this story is about 3 teachers that decided to have a chat online to swap ideas. The first teacher, she was like, well, we teach and we like them to be reading by the age of 5 and making 3-dimensional models by the age of 5. And by the age of 5, we want them to be playing nicely. Another teacher said, well, we actually like them to be reading at the age of 7, and that's all fine. We kind of introduce maths at a fairly low level, quite kinesthetic, and they're all swapping ideas. And there's a teacher from a Jewish school, and they say to the teacher, what method do you use? And she says, well, we use pilpu. And the other 2 teachers, they've never heard of this method. There are no books on it. There are no workshops on it. They said, what is pilpu? Oh, it's very simple, she said. Imagine that there is 2 men on a roof. And these men are fixing the roof. And you know the storms we've been having recently? Well, there's a great gust of wind and the 2 men are blown down the chimney. And when they arrive, the bottom of the chimney, they look at each other. One is covered in soot and the other completely clean. Which one would wash? Well, the 2 teachers take no time in answering. They say, well, of course, the dirty one will wash. That's not the case, they say. The dirty one will look at the clean one and assume he is clean. And the clean one will look at the dirty one and assume he is dirty. So it's the clean one that will wash, because the first way we learn is by observing others. That's amazing. And before they could stop her, the teacher had continued. Imagine, she said, that these same 2 men have gone back on the chimney, back on the roof to finish the repair because, you know, very conscientious about their work. They're back there and they fall down the chimney again. Great gust of wind, or maybe they're just clumsy. And again, one is dirty and one is clean. Which one will wash? Well, both teachers now, you know, everyone likes to know the answer, say, we know, it's the clean one. Oh, no, 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 says the teacher. It's now the dirty one that will wash. Because you see, once you've learned by observing others, you then learn by looking at yourself. And now the dirty one looks at his hands and the clean one looks at his hands, and the dirty one realizes he's covered in soot. It's the dirty one that will go and wash. Oh, said the other 2 teachers, not allowing a pause of breath. The teacher then goes in and says, and imagine that those same 2 men go back onto the roof and they get blown off again down that chimney. One is clean and one is dirty. Now which one will wash? The other teachers look at each other and go, we don't know. Then maybe, said the teacher, we're asking the wrong question. Maybe the question should be not who washes, but how can 2 men be blown down the same chimney and one come out clean and one come out dirty? For you see, it all depends on asking the right question. And that, she said, is pilpu, pepper, a little pepper for the mind. That's how we teach. Stories in the time of C19.